All right, everyone. Welcome back for another episode of Finding Sanity with Katie and Nancy.
She said it right this
And
time.
I did. Last time, it just came out all garbled. So our lovely guest tonight is Christina Casto, as you see in the middle of your screen there. I'm wearing
Yes.
headphones because I'm upstairs and it's 82 degrees and the air conditioner's on and it's too loud without them. So hopefully you can hear everybody great tonight. And Nancy and I are trying this out at our own houses tonight. Usually we're together. Well, usually the one episode we've done.
Usually,
aside from this,
we've gone outside of our usual stuff.
Right. Okay, well, you got
Hi,
any news,
Christina.
Nancy? Yeah.
Hello, ladies.
Where are you broadcasting from?
Walker, West Virginia. That's close to Parkersburg, West Virginia.
All
Nowhere
right.
near Travis, and that's Best Virginia.
The best Virginia.
Yeah, right. Unlike what was it? Who was it last podcast that was saying
Worst Virginia.
Mhm.
That's where they're from.
I don't want to call anybody out, but I think that might have been Lucky.
My lips are sealed. No.
That's all right. We had a good go of it with it.
Yeah.
It was
Doesn't bother me.
it's always a joke between you guys, between the worst
Yeah.
Virginia, and then I said, we got another person from the worst Virginia on. We got to have someone from some other state. Oh, look, there's someone from we're West Virginia. There's Shauna. She says hello, everyone.
Hi,
Hello,
Shauna.
Hey,
Shauna
Shauna.
Shauna knows we're Best Virginia. She knows it.
Yeah.
best Virginia.
What's up, Shauna?
Yes.
We had fun last week.
We had lots of fun last week, and this week we have a bunch of questions for you, Christina.
Oh, boy.
I guess we'll just go in random order, if that's fine with both
That's
of
fine.
you. Okay. Here's one. Here's a fun one. Let's say you were gifted $1,000. I'm sorry, $1 million. I have to upgrade it to current times.
Yeah.
And you were unable to spend it responsibly. What would you do with it? No, you can't be responsible with it, Christina.
Yeah.
Can't be responsible.
You got to blow it.
Yeah,
What
no
are you going to
state in
do?
the world.
Blow it. I take all my friends to Japan with me next month. All my arm wrestling girls. You gotta
Ah,
go.
That would be awesome. That's a
Yeah.
good plan. I
That
can
would be fun.
get behind that plan.
Yeah. Are you excited for that trip?
Yeah. I
Where you
actually just booked it last week. I just kept putting it off, and I was like, nah, we're doing it.
Yeah.
Let's go.
How
Let's go.
expensive how
Yeah, is it
expensive is
crazy?
the airlines tickets on that one?
Not really. Less than
Really?
$1,000. Less than $1,000.
What about
Yeah,
lodging?
that's not
What
bad.
about like accommodations? Isn't that expensive? Because I heard Japan's
No,
crazy.
$300 and some for a week, a hotel.
A week?
A week.
What? I thought you were going to say a night for sure.
Actually, a week and a day.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, it really is. It was about the same when I went to France. I didn't. And actually, if you win your weight class at nationals with IFA and you go to Worlds and do the senior class and make your weight at seniors, they give you $1,000 scholarship.
Oh, okay.
So my plane ticket's paid for.
Oh, that's nice. That's
Yeah.
nice.
That's
So-
really good.
Yeah.
So then it's just the 300 or whatever, and then money in your pocket to play.
So it's 300 and whatever for a full week?
Yeah. And that includes your breakfast.
Why is everything here so expensive? What's going on, people?
So
They have
now-
robots doing everything over there, which
Yeah.
I'm not okay with, but whatever.
Yeah, when I was in France, and it was considered like a Motel 6 kind of thing. But, in other countries, they really keep their hotels up to par. It was only like $66 a night or $56 a night. So it wasn't bad at all.
Wow.
And I do believe Shauna and I are staying in the same hotel. So she can attest from the pictures. It's a really nice hotel.
Nice.
I mean, the beds aren't that I mean, I'll be sleeping in a twin size bed, but
you'll be by yourself. Well,
yeah,
maybe.
no, I'm used to that. I'm used to when we sleep in the camper, I sleep on the couch. My husband has to have that whole queen size bed himself back there. So
yeah, I didn't even know you were married. I don't know anything about you, really.
I've been married for 40 years.
Wow.
40 years.
That's amazing.
Yep.
How many kids?
3 kids.
3 kids, boy, girl.
2 boys and a girl. My middle son actually arm wrestles.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. They've all arm wrestled at one time or another, but he still arm wrestles.
Fun.
But
do you guys have a championship there?
Yeah, I just had my West Virginia States the 8th of August.
Okay.
We had 100 and it was like 100, a total of 160.
Pretty good.
60 some poolers. So nice. it was a pretty good. With kids, it was 171, I do believe. So let
me ask you a question. Have you planned any like outings while you're in Japan? Like actually some sightseeing while you're there?
I was just going through the list this evening to see what all they had, and that's one thing that I'm getting with another fellow pooler to see if maybe we might be able to do some things in the evening to do.
Yeah, because you'll definitely want to buddy up,
Yeah, well, when I was in France, me and Bravo, we went and looked at the a castle. I wanted to see the castle, and one day, and he and I were and I said, do you want to walk up here to the castle with me? So we just went and walked around and toured, but I'm really used to just going and doing things by myself. And it was really,
that sounds fun.
Yeah. It was really weird for me to be in a different country and be off walking by myself and touring around and doing different things. I do it here. I do it with a gun on my side.
Yeah.
I can go and do that because I do a lot of.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So I have to tell them about the gun. So I go to North Carolina and I fly into the airport, and this is the only time I've ever met Christina. So she's like, I'll pick you up at the airport. And I'm like, okay, great. So I finally make my way out and I'm there and I get in and she says something and I look down. She's got a pistol like right there. She's like, oh, I'm always packing. I don't know if I'm supposed to have it here in North Carolina, but in West Virginia, it's fine. And I just crossed state lines and kept it there. I'm like, what the?
You sounded just like her.
I know. I did. I sounded way burlier.
Instead of asking for permission, you ask for forgiveness later. They pull you over. You say, "I got gun leather and it's loaded."
Yeah,
that's right.
Tell them about it.
The only thing is, you're allowed to in West Virginia, North Carolina, Tennessee, but when you cross over Virginia, you have to empty it out and put it separate away from you. So there's different laws in different states, and you have to know those different laws. But yeah.
So you have your concealed carry?
No. In those states, you don't have to have a concealed carry. It's open carry, no.
Okay.
Yeah.
So aside from the gun, not that that's a superpower, but what superpower, if you could have one, would you want and why? Any superpower.
Time travel.
Ooh.
Where would you go first?
I'd probably go back in time.
She's gonna go back in time.
I go back in time and beat some bitches' asses.
Were you bullied in school?
No, because they knew better. But there's some bitches that I'd like to beat, and I kept from it. There was a lot of things, just like when my husband and I got engaged in school and they would use us for example. They won't be together in 20 years,
Right.
Statistics say, you had statistics classes. Statistics say, blah, 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 they'll end in divorce. And, these same people are now principals at schools, and they'll come in and they'll see me. Hey, how you doing? How you doing? Good. I'm doing fine.
Still married.
Oh, wait, so I want to clarify, Christina. So the superpower you would choose would be time travel for the sole purpose of spite and revenge.
Spite, and there's certain things that I would make better for certain people that I know that they're getting into. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, just steer yourself around that and stay away from that.
Yeah, there you go.
That's a good superpower, time
People
travel.
always ask me, because I was in one year in high school, I lettered in 5 sports, and just imagine that. So
that's crazy.
You were busy.
2 times of the year, I was playing 2 different sports at one time, and they always ask me, what would you do different about that? And I say I wouldn't do anything different about that. But in my senior year, as an athlete, I didn't know it while I was playing volleyball, but I had gotten pregnant with my oldest son, and they were like, "Well, why did you stick with that? What, I'm going to kill my child because I want to go get a degree?" And no. I mean, I love sports, but I've been engaged for a year at that point. We'd already had our wedding planned. I'm going to go have my baby and, enjoy that. And, they didn't, but people would say it wouldn't last. But I think I would go back and change some of that, misconception. And
do you consider yourself a busybody?
How do you mean busybody? As in keeping busy, or?
No, I mean someone who cannot, like if someone said, "Hey, just sit down for a minute and just relax," it would bother you to sit and relax.
At a certain point, like if I'm getting paid to be doing something, I have to be doing something.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like at my job.
Yeah.
Yes, but once I hit the door at home, sometimes I don't move to look out.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was thinking like someone who letters in, I'm imagining someone who letters in 5 different sports is someone who likes to stay busy.
Well, let me reiterate with that. I had 2 older siblings that were constantly getting in trouble. My sister would either be shoplifting or never going to school, skipping school, just always into trouble. And my brother, drugs, whatever. And I seen that as a way of keeping myself busy and staying out of trouble.
Yeah.
And if I wasn't in church, some kind of youth group, 4-H, something else, and you'll ask me that question later and I'll tell you about that, then I was in a sport. I went from one sport to the other, to the other, to the other. And I just stayed busy.
Sports.
And
I did a lot of sports too.
Yeah, I was in everything but tennis and golf.
Well, good for you.
That's awesome.
I quit school after the 7th grade. And so I didn't get into any sports or anything like that. I just started working. And I feel like the body that I was given in this life would have done great with sports, but
it would have.
If you don't stay in school, you don't get sports.
Yeah,
you'd have crushed.
I mean, my body is regretting it now. Like my feet have, I have bone disease in my toes, but I'm on my feet 8 hours a day at work, and I just have to. I've learned I just have to live with it.
Yeah. What what do you do for a living? What do you do?
I'm a cafeteria manager. I'm a head cook in a elementary school. I went from head cook in a high school of 1,500 and some kids down to 600 and some in a junior high, and then I went to 300 and some at my elementary.
Wow.
What's been your favorite, if you're allowed to say that?
The elementary school.
Yeah.
Because I was always breaking up fights in the other schools.
Yeah.
I went from breaking up fights with students, putting each other in the hospital, to breaking up fights between the cooks in the junior high, and then Yeah.
Like adults fighting.
Oh yeah, fighting, just the drama, and when you get to having too many
the lunchroom drama.
When you get to having too many people in your kitchen, it gets pretty.
Too many
bad.
cooks in the kitchen, huh?
Yeah, and that's true. Our boss made us have.
So funny.
She made us have drama buckets this year. Leave your drama with your mama. Leave it at the door. And she made us take them up at the door and leave them there.
Good.
So,
That's
yeah,
great.
yeah, I like the elementary, and it's the simple fact is that they're younger kids. It's just an easier menu too, because you've got choices, you've got all this, and it's hard to predict a lot of stuff when they're getting those choices. So, but that's the one I like the best.
Well, I think that children at that age, their favorite class is either recess or lunch, right?
I think that's all ages. That's all the ages.
Yeah. Yeah.
Even now, my favorite is recess and lunch. So, like, when I'm not working.
Yeah.
See,
right.
Here in West Virginia, lunch and breakfast are free. Kids don't have to pay for it. So, but in that sense, it's also government regulated. So everything's whole wheat. And so a lot of the things that we make, the kids don't really like it as much as if it wasn't whole wheat. It would be a lot better. But our food here in West Virginia, we do a lot of scratch cooking. So it's pretty good.
Yeah, she showed me some of the stuff they make, and it's amazing. Like some of those kids get the best food.
It's important. For God's sake, it's important.
I love it.
Well, you got to think a lot of those kids, that's the only meals they get.
Right?
So sad, yeah.
And, I think it's easy to forget the difference between food and not food. You know what I mean? Like if there's no nutrition in it, it's not actually food.
Well, our boss, not our boss, but this lady that she had come talk to us she was from Tennessee. She says, you guys got to think about it. What's the biggest food franchise in America? Think about that. What do you guys think it is?
I mean, I think I know what you're going to say, but I would guess.
Are you asking for like a specific business name or like a type of food?
What would you say? No, just anything. A franchise. What would you think it is?
God, I don't even know how to guess. Why am I not?
McDonald's, Starbucks, or something like that. I don't know.
People would say McDonald's. It's school food nutrition is the biggest. My school alone in Wood County served over a million lunches and breakfasts last year.
That makes sense though. Yeah, I didn't even think.
Yeah, in Portland during the summer they offer free lunch programs at the parks, so kids can come and play and get free lunch, because if they're not in school, sometimes
some of them aren't eating in the summer.
Which is awful. So I'm happy that they offer that here.
And what is that in America? It should not be. No child should be.
You talk to my son about this, and he says necessities should not cost money.
As the same as essential workers should not get paid the least amount. As in cooks that work the hardest get paid the least.
Well, we saw during the pandemic what happened when everyone that stayed home that wasn't essential, there was nobody on the road. It was a lot less traffic, and all the essential workers were the ones keeping everything going. Like during the pandemic, when it started, I worked at a grocery store. Thank God I had a job still, right? They weren't closing grocery stores.
There's no not working when you're a caregiver.
Yeah, no not working. So it was like a job security that I was essential. But it was interesting to see how many, quote, weren't essential, supposedly.
I
didn't hear anything. What was that? Was it your dog?
What was that?
It was my husband. He thought I took off on my bicycle. I've been riding my bike, not at night, but he's like, I thought you took off on your bike.
You mean your bicycle, or like a motorcycle?
A bicycle.
Oh, good. Okay.
I've been riding those
pounds.
Losing those pounds.
Now, you were saying that you've, this is totally jumping around here, but you were saying that you have a few pounds to lose still because you're going to Worlds.
Yeah.
In Japan. When is the date?
I leave the 20th.
Okay.
Don't think I can keep for the 24th. I think that's what it is.
Okay.
But I have to weigh in the 22nd.
And you got to lose some pounds to
Yeah, I want to lose about 8 pounds because when you fly, you gain weight.
Yeah.
So I want to make sure, that's under there. So yeah.
Well, you retain water. All kinds of things happen to the body. So I remember when I went, luckily, I would never have done it any other way. I like being at the top weight, so I don't have to ever think about weight. But I remember people just torturing themselves at Worlds, just in the sauna. Some people were so sick. They were just like laying in corners because they couldn't even hardly lift their head.
Yeah, I went to the first time I really ever flew, and it was right after 9/11, and we flew to nationals in Chicago. And I was 5 pounds under. I was feeling good to get on the flight. I drink a Pepsi, and I get there, and I'm 3 pounds over. And I'm like, you have got to be kidding me. So I went up to the sauna. I remember I was with Elaine Blick, and I was sitting in that sauna, and I sat for about a half an hour, and I lost half a pound. I was like, what? Went down, went back up. I sat there for about an hour and a half, and I lost probably another half a pound. I thought, forget it. I sat there probably for an hour and a half in that sauna, and I came down and I lost a pound, and it's 3 pounds, I think. I dropped, and then I could not gain any water retention back. And that next day, we had to wrestle the next day, and my arm just completely blew up on me. I had a really tough match. The girl that ended up winning, I think it was Nancy Leland. Me and her had a really tough match and just blew my arm all to pieces. And girls that I beat constantly here in this area, I couldn't touch.
Yeah.
It's because you didn't have enough hydration in your muscles.
I was so mad at myself. I remember punching the door as I went out. I was so mad.
Well, yeah, I can't imagine how hard it is to
cut like that.
You have to think about weight during travel. Like that's crazy. Yeah. In Turkey, it was Anna Kana, and she ended up overweight. She didn't know because she thought she was going to be in a certain class. And then Simon was like, no, you're in this class. So she had I can't even remember how many pounds she had to lose. And she, in Turkey, grabbed a garbage bag, put it on herself, and went running at night by herself in Turkey. And she spent the whole, she was down to the wire, and she was she could hardly lift her head. And we went to get weighed again, and then they'd say he got a little bit more, and then she'd do something else. And
oh my God.
And then finally she made weight. Thank God. You don't travel that far to have them say, oop, now you're not arm wrestling, and she's a competition. She loves to arm wrestle. So she was like, I will do whatever it takes.
I wrestled her one time, and it was either in Maryland. Yeah, it was in Maryland. It was right at the tip of West Virginia. It was one of Travis's tournaments, and I wrestled her, and I didn't even know who I was wrestling, and I got up there and I beat her and just went off. And
how long ago was this?
Oh man, that's been probably 20 years ago, 15, 20 years ago.
Yeah, she's been in it for a long time. But I tell you what, that girl, she's got so much fight in her that she will just keep going, keep trying, get better, get better, get better. I'm imagining she's probably a beast right now, but we'll see. Has she been arm wrestling at all?
I haven't been seeing her.
Yeah, I saw her against Tara Terry in Southern California at a UAL.
Oh, okay.
Earlier this year. So I know she's gotten back. She's been on a table lately.
Okay, so she's not really in it though, because she would have. No, Tara Terry's not even in her weight class.
I think she has at least one match coming up, but I'm not certain, and I'm not going to say anything more than that. But
yeah, okay. Well, that'll be interesting to watch. But so you're going to Japan. You don't have any plans on what you're actually going to see while you're there.
No, we're near a huge lake, so there's some entertainment around that, and they have these beautiful firework competitions, different months out of the year, and they're supposed to be having one while we're there. So hopefully we'll get to see that.
Okay.
Okay.
Thanks, Shauna.
Oh, Shauna says Anna's next week in California, so Shauna's got the info.
All right. She's got the inside scoop. My money's on Anna. My money is on Anna.
I wanted to ask you something, Christina.
Yeah.
Just another silly question. What is something, because you've talked about things that annoy you a lot, right? Like, you know, I can't remember, but you have said a few things. So I'm not being a very good host right now. But what is the biggest pet peeve you have? Or a really big one?
My glasses.
I don't know, because I think I'm kind of a forgiving person, but just when you don't own your shit, when somebody doesn't own their shit, kind of, I guess it would be like trying to gaslight on things
and not take accountability.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
a bad one.
Yeah. No, that's annoying, especially if you're the type of person that does own all your shit and you kind of put it all out there, and then you're hanging out with someone, like you might know something about them, only they show whatever they want to in public, and you're like,
the way Nancy leans in, it's like she's talking to one of us.
No, I'm not talking to one of you, but I am talking to
somebody. I'm talking about somebody. What is that?
Nubbin Stubbins over there.
Do you remember this, Christina? So back in the day, you couldn't point. So like if you're playing, I think it's quarters or something.
Quarters, yes.
And so you have to point with your elbow.
It's like this.
Oh no, that's not pointing, Christina. Someone lied to you when they told you that that's pointing.
Somebody lied to you, girl.
Yeah, that's something a lot different than. I'm guessing a man told you that was something about pointing, huh?
Oh my God, I'm getting too hot to have my hair down.
Yeah,
I couldn't have hair. This was getting on my nerves. It was a little bit longer, and I had them even it out.
Yours is cute. That's like a pixie cut kind of.
It is
I like
so cute.
I like it.
Maybe I'll bun it.
Look on your face. Oh yeah, speaking of your beautiful hair and amazing outfits, what's something that you would have worn like back in the day, right? Like in the 70s, it was bell bottoms.
70s, I had, and I'm not racist because my black friends liked them too, I had half-breed pants. Corduroy, bell-bottomed, half-breed pants. They were lilac on the top and dark purple on the bottom, and then the opposite on the other side, and then the pockets were the opposite, and those were my favorite pants.
That's awesome.
You guys, I just remembered what I forgot earlier.
Oh no, what is it?
My hair tie.
Oh yeah.
But that was one of my favorite outfits. Yes, it was.
Did you ever? Okay, so I did this in the 90s. I don't know if you guys did. Did you ever peg your jeans?
Yes.
Where you take the end and you fold it over and roll it up
so it's tight. And roll them up. Yeah.
Yeah, that was an awful look. What were we thinking?
Wait, what?
Pegging your jeans.
You peg your jeans.
Where you fold over the bottom cuff and then you roll it up so it's super tight at the bottom.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. Yeah,
I thought girls
the thing with
that way, but when the guys did it,
guys! I didn't even know guys did it.
Yeah.
Or how about that thing that you put your shirt through right there, that little thing, and then you'd have like this half top. You could make any shirt a half top.
Oh yeah,
kids still do that.
Yeah. Remember when they had hypercolor and you could put your mouth onto somebody else's shirt and make a big mouth print of a different color? They took those away for obvious reasons. But there was
I think someone was.
I was gonna say I remember that for something else. But
no. No, it wasn't just your mouth. It was anything you would touch. Look it up. Hypercolor. It was like shirts, t-shirts. you would put your hand on somebody and it would leave a handprint. But of course,
Yeah,
they took that away because, they don't want everybody touching each other.
I kind of remember that. Yeah.
Everybody in middle school was always touching everybody else so they could get their handprints on them.
I remember when I was pregnant in the 80s, the big bib overalls that were real puffy and you wore them when you're pregnant. My dad hated them. My dad hated bibs because he was made to wear them when he was little, and he would never allow his kids to wear them. But I always, whenever I took my kids over there, I'd make sure they had a pair of bibs on.
Hey, this was an impromptu question.
Just to piss old dad off.
I just thought of a good question for you. Is there anything that you had some sort of like hair up your butt about that you like wouldn't let your kids do, but other people didn't seem to have big of a problem with it? Or like anything that was like specifically like, don't do, mom's going to get pissed off over this little tiny thing or some, you know what I'm saying? Like some weird, look at Nancy's face.
I don't think so. I mean, my kids could probably come up with something, but I don't think so.
Okay. I remember one from my mom. My mom was super crazy about it. We couldn't say the word ain't.
Oh, no, ain't, no.
Don't say ain't. Yeah, I couldn't say ain't. I don't let my kids say. My mom would say, you are not talking like that. You are speaking in full words with full sentences. And if I hear you say ain't, and so when my kids were little, they would come up to me and they'd be like, hey, mom. And I go, what? And they'd go, ain't. And then they'd just run away. And that was it. So I didn't know maybe it was just my mom or you had some sort of weird thing too.
My kids called me Christy. And then they started calling me crystal meth. That was the thing that pissed me off. My husband used to call me Sissy.
Oh, no.
That's cute, though. That's cute.
But then he called me Christy. And I always thought he called me Christy because he dated a girl named Christy. And anyhow, then I remembered years later when we started hanging out with this guy, they would go coon hunting with him. His brother used to follow me down the hall in school, and he was just this real dirty and nasty, just good. Christy, wait for me. And I'd be like, I would hide behind my husband. And at the time, we weren't even dating or anything. I'd just be, he just got away from me because I would not be rude to him. I wouldn't turn around and say, fucker, I'm going to knock you out if you don't leave me alone. But I wasn't that kind of mean. And one day I just stopped and talked to him. From that point on, he thought I was his best friend or something, and he would follow me every day. It dawned on me that that's why my husband called me Christy. Christy, come here. And I'd be like, oh my God. So my kids started calling me Crystal Meth. They still do to this day. They'll yell for me. Hey, Crystal Meth. In the middle of a grocery store somewhere. Crystal Meth.
And then, of course, what do you respond with? What?
No,
you should be like, just start.
One day we were in the grocery store, and of course one kid was in one aisle, one kid's in the other, and they're yelling back and forth. I turned around, looked, and I said, I don't know whose kids those are, but their mama did something wrong. And the lady says, evidently crystal meth. And I died laughing. I said, no, they're my kids, and I've never touched that.
Oh my gosh.
That's pretty funny.
My mom was an English teacher, and so we were always getting our grammar corrected. But we were also very rebellious, and so I wasn't, it's like I almost went the opposite because she wanted me to talk correctly, and so I just made sure I didn't.
Yeah. I always had the most utter respect for my mom because my mom was this just a little rinky-dink person, but she did everything. She had 6 kids. Our house we were some of the poorest people that you could never tell. You could never tell by our clothing. You could never tell by our house because she kept it clean. The outside was clean. If there was trash in the yard, our dad said, nope, go outside. Y'all did it. Y'all clean it up.
Mm-hmm.
And, by that, I earned, I gained respect for them. I understand my 2 oldest siblings. They kind of had to take care of us when mom and dad went and did whatever they, store, whatever. And that kind of rebelled them. And I can see that. But I had so much respect for my mom that I never wanted to get in trouble, because I always heard her feeding the compliments of me and my younger brothers and my next to the oldest, or brother that's a little bit older than me. She was always tell stories about us, and it was always complimentary. And I didn't want any of those stories to be bad stories, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, that's sweet. Your personality. Yeah.
Yeah. And so that was always something that I was, strive to keep doing, was doing better. And for that, I would do it for my mom. And so everything I did, I always in the back of my mind, doing that for mom.
How many where do you lie in the siblings?
Next to youngest. My brother and I are what they call, twins?
Irish twins.
Oh, Irish twins. We're same age for 10 days.
Wow.
And 4 out of the 6 of us were born in June. My dad worked on a riverboat. And, home in September, whatever it was.
Yeah, he'd come home in September.
We'd always tease my mom about that.
Get her pregnant, and then
knock her up and go. But
good old days.
Yeah, my husband he only has one sibling, but his dad had 13 brothers and sisters. So
wow.
We all come from a pretty vast. My brother, he has like 15 or 16 kids. I don't know how many. He's got 12 by one wife. So,
wow. That's
how
so many. I thought I had a bunch of kids. 12.
We don't want to get me started on that. I have one.
That's what my daughter said. That one did it for her. She'll have no more. Yeah. And he's a big boy. He's 14 years old. He's 6'5", 6'6" now, and he's about 280, 290 pounds.
Wow.
He's a big boy.
My son's a great kid. I'm not on board with having a whole bunch of kids.
Yeah.
But luckily we get to choose that.
But I had all the kids that Nancy never had, so she didn't have to worry.
I always said when I was younger, I was going to have 2 boys and a girl. And my best friend when I was younger was a redhead. I was going to have redheaded kids.
So?
And back when we were younger, redheads weren't. But I loved redheaded people. My sister was a redhead too, so. Okay. And I had 3 redheads. I've got 2 redheaded grandkids.
We teased people with red hair back in our day, didn't we?
I didn't, because I loved redheaded people, so it didn't.
Yeah. But it was a thing, though. It was a thing.
Yeah, my grandfather was redhead. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think
we liked to tease back in our day.
I never teased much. I got teased.
You're young. Get out of it. You're too young.
I was the person that took up for the people that got teased, like the BD kid or LD kids that were getting picked on. I used to football players used to pick on them, and I beat the crap out of them football players.
Yeah, that's the way I was too. I would stick up for the underdog.
Yeah, like right now we're planning our 40th class reunion, and I got on board with it, and me and another girl started planning it, and then I won nationals and decided to go to Worlds, and it's the same week. Same weekend, so I'll be missing it. Playing and everything, but I'm gonna miss it. Yeah.
Damn.
40. My 30th's coming up soon. Getting up there, man.
I went to high school for a month.
Wasn't for you, was it?
Huh?
Said wasn't for you, was it? But you've got a college degree. That's awesome.
Yeah, I went back in my 30s and got a college degree.
I really think I had like 21 scholarship offerings to play volleyball and run track.
Wow.
And
that's a lot.
Yeah.
I didn't it was Ohio State, West Virginia University, Seton Hall. Big colleges. But I couldn't accept any of them because of course I was pregnant. Well, the one that I had talked to was a Fairmont College here in West Virginia. He's just super nice guy, had kept track of me all my career. And he told me, he said, you come walk on after you have that baby and I'll make sure you get a scholarship. And I was like, That's almost tempting. And he was even going to try to get my husband, because my husband was a very good pitcher. He pitched in baseball, but we just, you get busy with life and
Sure.
What's school anymore? These kids come out of college and they don't even go into the degree that they get.
I know, because they're not paying any money. The degree they went to, they're getting paid less than jobs that don't require an education. It's disheartening for them.
My granddaughter just started nursing school, so I mean that's a different entity in itself. But
yeah, that's hard.
She did so well to keep up with her schooling that she got everything paid for.
That's nice. You have to get awesome grades for that. Christina, you're back in time thing. Would that be one of those things that you changed?
What's that?
That you would have had the baby. That you would have had the baby and then went, okay.
Like gone back? No.
I don't think so. Because I didn't like going to school.
Yeah.
I went to school to get the grades so I could play the sports.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you don't have to do that anymore. You can still play the sports. Sports are everywhere,
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, there's all sorts of options now.
Yeah.
But that, it wouldn't be one thing. There would just be like things in my certain family members' lives that I would go back and maybe guide them through, that they wouldn't be so screwed up now.
Yeah.
Oh, that's really kind.
Yeah.
Aside from your amazing athletic accomplishments, do you have any secret talents we don't know about? What are they?
Keep it PG, Christina.
I don't care. I want to know all of it.
I was a majorette, a baton twirler for 12 years also.
What?
A national champion baton twirler. Yes.
You need to put on a show at a tournament. At an arm wrestling tournament, there needs to be some sort of variety show at the beginning, and you can be doing the baton things. This is how I do batons. This is obviously I know what I'm doing. But
this is how you do it, right?
That's the international symbol for batoning, isn't it?
I know every time I see a flag twirler, I say, those are baton twirlers going retarded.
She said the R word. She does live in the South.
My sister or my daughter-in-law says, you do know Jackie, which is her sister, was in the flag corps, right? And I'm like, sorry, Jackie.
I thought you were going to say, yeah, I knew.
That probably helped with your finger strength, though.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
all that hand control you probably have, being able to do that.
Yeah. I'm the only one in my family, siblings and my mom, that do not have carpal tunnel. Every one of them have it.
Wow.
I had the surgery.
Don't have it.
What
they did this surgery when they did the shoulder. They got the wrist while they were in there.
Oh.
Yeah, my mom was awake when they did hers. They just did hers last year, and they just cut you, open you up, and just snip.
Yeah.
I'm glad they do it
in this other one, because I wouldn't have wanted to be awake for that. I'm a total baby when it comes to no.
Yeah, no.
I want to watch. Listen, Linda, I'm the one that cuts my own ingrown toenails out, and I'm not talking.
We talked about that before.
Cutting all the way down in there and yanking them.
Yeah, Christina and I talked one time that both of us, like when I was in high school, I used to get all the instruments out and sterilize them, and I would do like toe surgery on my foot in my room, and I would use like either like a lighter or alcohol to like make sure every instrument was clean. And I'd set it out. Look at Nancy's fucking face.
Were you high?
No, I know. I never tried any drugs or alcohol until after high school.
Getting high might help you out a little bit, because last night when I pulled that sucker out, it was coming forever. I was like, "Dang, go on! You gonna stop? You gonna stop?"
I don't really get them anymore now, because I've learned to wear different kinds of shoes. But once in a while, I used to get them a lot when I was a kid, and it was easier for me to sit there and do all the digging in my toe, because I could almost always repair whatever the problem was, and I didn't have to go to the doctor. Once in a while, it got severe, and I'd have to go. But
I think I'd rather do it myself than sit there with someone else doing it.
Yeah, and I had to go when I was a little kid, and I don't think the doctor gave me anything. I remember, when you have these weird memories when you're little, it's like 3 or 4, and I just remember just cut, and I was just screaming, and I just remember, I swear he just tore him out. I don't know.
Oh my God.
It was awful. And I have really big feet. Like they're long and they're wide, they're long, and it's shocking. I cannot swim to save my life. They're like boats, right? But nothing in the water. So.
They're like a big old bricks in the water.
Yeah.
Katie, do you and I have the same size? You 11, right?
I think I'm actually bigger. I'm like 11 and a half, and I have to get extra wide because I can't. I was always so jealous, when I was younger, all the girls could wear these cute little heels, and it was just. But funny twist. Now that more people of both genders are wearing high heels,
yeah,
I can find every size now.
I know. I remember there was only one store I could get my size back in the day.
I was trying to think of what that store was. I was just getting ready to say
it was like Payless store. It was like Payless shoes, like volume.
For me, it was volume shoe store.
Yeah, volume.
That might have been what it was. Volume.
And it was kind of cheap stuff, but it was always the right size.
It was cheap, and then their section for size 11 was about this wide.
And sometimes you'd luck out and get something that looked halfway decent.
Sometimes.
Otherwise, it's men's tennis shoes again.
And then I have toenails that curl up for some reason, and so I get a hole in the top of my shoes within a month of having them.
Oh wow! Y'all have Gabriel's there?
Mm-mm.
Gabriel's there's like a discount store. You can find bigger shoes there sometimes.
What size do you wear, Christina?
10.
Okay.
But I could wear a 9 and a half, but I can't stand for anything touch my toes.
That's like the top of the line, top of the size chart for like the normal stores, right? Like Nordstrom stuff, they'll go to 9 or 10, sometimes 11, I guess, if you're lucky, but not usually.
I have a bone disease in my feet and my toes, so I can't have anything rubbing against them.
Okay. How tall are you? Are you tall? We've never met in person.
I'm about 5'8".
Okay.
I think Katie, you and I are about the same height, aren't we?
Yeah, we're about the same. Well, I tell everybody I'm 5'9", and then when I played basketball, I told everybody I was 5'10", because on the basketball team everybody gets an inch taller, but I'm really like 5'8" and an 8.
No, you're not. You and I are like the same height.
That's because you don't know how tall you are, Nancy. Yeah,
I was 5'11". I was 5'11" at my tallest, but I've lost some. Yeah,
I was 5'8" 3/4
in high school. 3 inches.
You were 5'11" in high school?
No. I was. That's what I was saying. When we were in high school, they always said that I was 5'10", and when I measured out, it was like 5'10" something, and then I just lost. Yeah.
I just always lie. So I was just always lying in basketball season, lying. Everybody lies in basketball. Nobody's as tall as they say they are. They're all lying by at least an inch. I'm telling you.
Why? We're like men. You're like men.
Well, first of all, men lie. Men don't even, they need a ruler. They can't tell what 4, 6, 8, and they don't know anything.
No.
So, yeah.
No. They're like, isn't 3 average?
Let me pull it out there and tell you how
this is definitely, this is like 5 inch, like this is 3 inches, right? And this is at least 3 inches. And my hand's way far apart.
I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't know anything.
1, 2, 3. That's 3 inches. 1, 2, 3.
Except everybody has different fingers. I got big old hands.
Hey, Christina.
Hey, what?
Do you have anything in your house that's completely useless that you just keep around for no reason?
Listen, my grandson told me the other day I was a hoarder, so I got lots of shit in my house. Completely useless.
Well, then you have newspapers from back in 1960.
You have multiple useless items to choose from.
I probably got newspapers because I live in 100-and-some-year-old house, and when we tore it apart, I found newspapers from like 1909.
Oh, how cool!
Yeah, so I wouldn't say that was useless because that's
cool.
I have
so your house is. I'm only laughing because I'm laughing at myself because of what I was about to say. So your house is how old?
I'm not sure.
Like over 100, a lot, really old, right?
Oh yeah.
I was gonna say, did you build it?
It was so old that when we bought it and redid it, it was, oh, fuck you, I just got on.
No, I meant I didn't remember how old you said it was. Maybe your family, obviously you're not.
That's why I was doing that. I was flipping Katie off.
Thank you, Nancy.
Well, maybe your grandparents built it, or their
No,
grandparents.
but I always passed it going to my grandfather's house where my mom grew up, and I always said, I'm gonna have a house like that, white house on a hill, and
yeah,
we ended up buying it. How many years later? But
that's awesome.
When we bought this house, we had to tear out some of the walls because a lot of them were really cracked, and it was the old horsehair plaster.
Wow.
Yeah,
cool.
and it weighed it weighed a ton. But yeah, we found things in there, really old things in the walls and different things, and it was interesting.
I mean, people of that generation also would, hide things. They went to a time of not trusting the banks and whatever, and so you can sometimes find, treasures in the walls.
Well, this house here, I knew it used to be a dairy farm, but I met the gentleman. His grandfather actually built the house. He told me that it was a lumber yard we used to have a town like 10, 15 miles out here, and it was called Volcano. And back in the day, there were thousands of houses out here, and it was just an oil boom. Okay. Now there's probably 4 or 5 houses.
Okay.
And it's a state park now. But he said that that's where everybody came, was to this house to get their lumber to build their houses out there. But there is old, great big, huge limestone blocks up on our property up here. And when you look, you can see where that old sawmill used to be.
That's so cool. I want to see your property. It sounds awesome.
My 2 items that I have that are completely useless, I mean, someone could use them, are my grandpa's wallet and my father-in-law's wallet. I still have them both. And my father-in-law still has all his ID. When I took him to the hospital and he left, he knew he was not going to come home from the hospital. He told me to take his wallet with him, and I've still got it in my purse.
Oh, that's really sweet.
In your purse.
Yeah.
I've run out of all the questions but one.
What?
If you want me to ask it.
What?
Is there any rumors you want us to start on the podcast tonight about you? Or do you want to start one right now about yourself? We can spread it far and wide if you'd like, Christina.
Let me see.
Look at her. She looks like
there's a rumor that I'm going to have a super match in January.
A rumor, huh?
Yeah. But no, there is. I am going to have a super match. But there is a rumor that I'll be in Vegas sometime this year for the first time. For an exciting event.
That'll be the first time that you've ever been to Vegas?
Yeah. Yeah.
If I am able to be on that rumor with you.
If you're not on that rumor with me, I'm kicking your ass because you got me on this rumor.
Well, I don't know if I'm going to be on that rumor because I haven't been told yet. I'm just hoping. If I'm on that rumor, Vegas is going to be awesome.
What happens in Vegas?
I did some horrible things in Vegas.
Yeah, we won't talk about anything here.
Nancy's like,
look at the sun's getting me alive. That's what that big thing, right? Looks like a big light ball. It's the sun.
I haven't been back to Vegas. Since I fully humiliated myself. But
they won't let her in. There's a sign at the airport that says if you spot this woman, turn her away.
Pretty much. But whatever.
No, there's not. Vegas would welcome you.
Past.
And they would take your money like any other place would.
Yeah, I know.
Now, is it cheap? How is Vegas? I've never.
It's well, you can get like, if you're gonna go on like, I don't know, I guess you mean just eating there, or do you mean like a travel package?
Well, I don't have to worry about any of that. That'll all be paid for me.
It's not exceptionally cheap. No, not food. If you want good food, you're gonna have to pay more. And there's some really good restaurants. And I've only been to a couple of them.
Food's actually really good in Vegas. It's really a hub for good food.
And there's lots of good shows and stuff. Obviously, I don't know how long you're going to be there.
Gordon Ramsay has a restaurant there.
Ooh, maybe he can insult you. Wouldn't that be funny? You get insulted for an extra $5.
That insult
you
restaurant.
Imagine that war? Listen here, fucker. I work in a kitchen. Bring it on.
I went to that insult restaurant in Vegas with Anna and somebody else. I can't remember who I was with. Anyway, it was funny.
Do they just make fun of you the whole time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're like extra rude, and it's the whole point.
Okay.
I think there's one in Tennessee. I think it's Tennessee. There's one.
Are you allowed to make fun back?
Oh yeah, they don't
care. Just turn into a big fight then?
No, they don't. That's their job. They don't. Yeah. One thing I do want to bring up here real quick is we had talked earlier, right before we went live, about something you were doing earlier today, and now I can't even remember the word. But remember, she was cutting grass. What were you doing?
Hog tying or something.
Around here, they call it brush hogging, but it's actually called bush hogging. I was on my tractor cutting grass.
Okay.
These ladies had never heard of that.
She is bush hogging.
My husband, my tractor wouldn't start, so I just get on my bike and I take a ride on my bike. And I told him the tractor wouldn't start. I come back and he's on the tractor, and I go over there and I thumbs up because he's never
bush hogging.
He puts that tractor in neutral and jumps off. The tractor's still rolling. He says, "It's all yours now." So I go over there and get on her. Everybody always comes by and say, "How comes we never see your husband on the tractor or the mama?" Or I say, "Because he's in there doing the dishes and the laundry."
He's doing man's work.
Shauna said it's expensive.
Yeah.
So it's not cheap, at least. She didn't say it's expensive. She has not cheap.
Shauna, thank you for watching and commenting. I think you're the only one, but that's okay.
Yeah,
that's all right.
There's a few viewers, but Shauna's the only commenter. But we really appreciate everybody that comments and watches. And oh, and we have to talk about our next week's guest and how everyone watching or potentially watching can participate in next week's show too. So as soon as whenever we're ready to talk about that.
Well,
we're ready. Who is it?
Okay, Nancy, who's our next week's guest? It's gonna be next Wednesday night. So
next Wednesday night's gonna be Martha Swick.
Woohoo!
Yeah, next Wednesday, September 2nd at 6 p.m. we're gonna have Martha Swick, and you, the viewer, can participate in that show by commenting on this video with questions you want us to ask Martha.
Yeah,
and we will select all or a few depending on what we like. And you might get your question on the podcast.
Martha is one that you could hang out with. We hung out at France.
She's amazing.
I never laughed so hard in my life. She's could sit down at a plate of food and come up with a whole comedy act.
Yeah. She's the best. I have hung out with her twice now, and she's always a riot. She's always fun.
She is. She is.
She is my scissor sister.
Fierce.
Is that the international symbol for scissor sister? Oh wait, no. Christina's got it.
It's funny because I'm not gay, but we're scissor sisters, man. Can't help it.
That's what Martha says too.
Been my most fierce competition, and it's because she and I are so much alike. We even make the same facial expressions when we're getting ready. And I didn't notice that until one year up at I think it was the Arnold Classic, and we were both doing the same thing. And I was like, I sent her a video. And I was like, look at this shit. It's like in a mirror. We're in a mirror.
She has no quit in her, you know. She's got no quit. So
I think it's funny too, is because Nancy will say, "Oh yeah, Martha's my scissor sister," and I think to myself, "Are you supposed to say that?" And then when I meet Martha, I say something about Nancy, and she goes, "Nancy's my scissor sister," and I'm like, "Okay, yeah, right, your sister."
We literally, when we comment whatever, we leave like a scissor at the end of our.
That's funny.
Yeah, she's gonna be a riot too, so that'll be fun.
And then she travels with her family all the time when she goes to World and stuff. So I've got to meet, some of her family, and they're great. Yeah, That's a great group of people. So yeah, she's going to be with us on the 2nd. We're doing a Wednesday next time. And yeah, let us know if you have anybody who's watching. Let us know if there's any questions you want us to ask Martha, or show up live and put it in the comments.
Yeah. Anything you want us
to
anything you want to say? Oh, wait, we got a comment from Shauna. Hold on. Ask her what would happen to her life if all the chicken salad chicks closed. All right.
You need to ask that.
Wagner, you didn't make sense on that. Make sure that
I think she did. It's probably
salad chicks. That's a place that she
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, let's ask. Okay. What would happen to her life if the chicken salad chicks? I'm guessing that she would just perish, but I don't know.
Maybe she says.
Yeah, we'll see. Maybe she'd be ecstatic and happy and it'd be the best day of her life. I don't know. We'll have to find out. We already got one question, everybody. Sean has beaten everybody to the punch already.
We're going viral, y'all.
Anything else you want to say, Christina, about anything really right now?
I just want to wish all the ladies next week at VAL in Virginia good luck. Girl that's just brand spanking new, second tournament. She's going to go and compete.
I've seen your posts about her.
Yeah, Jessica Thaxton. Yeah. She's going to go and compete. I won't be competing. My husband and I think we're going to go away for the weekend. We've just been too busy not to. But I want to wish all them. Lucky, I think, will probably most definitely be there. It's right in her area if she's not the one having it. I
wish her good luck too. Good luck, Lucky.
Yeah,
good luck, Jessica.
There was one other girl, but I can't remember her name. But anyhow, good luck, ladies, at that tournament. Wish you all the luck.
Well, I think it's been a great show tonight, Christina, and you're hilarious. And we can have you on again and talk about all new things and get to know more about you.
And I'll send you all the videos. I send her videos all the time.
Oh, me, yeah. She sends me
always sending each other videos.
Listening to their memes, because I used to think I have a lot in common with Nancy, and I still do. But when Christina and I talk, our similarities are insane. Like, what are the similarities we have? Okay, we're both born in June.
Yeah,
June 10th. I'm June 10th. You're June 11th. I have a son named Andrew. You have a son named Andrew.
Andrew. There were so many things that we were just so off the wall, and we were looking at each other. And when you look at us together, especially when I'm a little bit younger, we look so much alike. It's like,
this is my sister. This is my sister. She's helped guide me through life.
That's awesome. Well, it's been great to know you a little bit better, Christina, because we've never really spent any time together or anything. So it's been nice learning about you.
You too.
And I hope that we get to see each other. You're not coming to Washington State, are you?
I haven't decided. I'll try. I'll look into it.
Oh, please.
I see somebody behind you, Katie.
Oh, God, you scared me, buddy.
For a second.
Oh, the sun is.
That is scary.
Adorable.
That's PJ. Say PJ.
PJ, what's up?
Nancy and Christina. He can't hear you. You want to put your headphones on and say hi?
Hi, PJ.
Hi.
Hi. PJ, you look so much older. Oh my goodness. Hi.
Our new little podcast buddy.
Yeah.
Right, can you say bye? Say
bye.
Bye. Bye.
I'm almost done, baby. Just 1 minute, okay? All right. I didn't even know that was creepy. You're like, someone's behind you. I'm like,
that would freak. I can't even. That was like a horror movie.
I even looked for a second. I was like, was that a ghost? No, never mind.
Not a ghost. Yeah. All right. Well, before the sun completely envelops me into a giant ray of light, I guess we'll end this podcast.
Well, thanks for having me, ladies. I enjoyed myself.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
Yeah.
All right. Have a good night, everybody.
Y'all have a good evening.
Thank you too. Bye.
Bye-bye.